Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I've got an unboxing of AMT's 1971 Dodge Charger. This is skill level 2 kit, it says. 125 scale. Kit number 31253. It does not tell me how many parts are in it. There's the side view. Very nice looking build, whoever did that one. From the looks of the box, I'm going to say this came out in the early 2000s. Oh, here it is here. 2004 RC2 brands, Dyersville, Iowa. So already, let me go ahead and get this one cut open. I'll set you down here. Let's see if we can get you lined up. Whoops, lined up pretty good there. This particular vehicle is a third gen Dodge Charger. Remember, they started in 1966 and 67, then 68, 69, and 70 were a different body style. But I did discover that in 1965 they had a Dodge Charger concept car. And I will put a picture of that right here. I thought that was pretty interesting. You can see the difference in the front end and the rear end from the actual 66, 67 version that came out. So here we go. Get right into this one if I can get the lid open. There we go. On top we have the instructions. We'll set that aside along with, I think the decals are in there too, it feels like. Yep, okay. Go ahead and grab my scissors. And next on top we have chrome. Go ahead and cut that open. Here's a very distinctive to this generation's front grille and rear bumper. Boy, they almost have a yellow hoop. Here I go again. A yellow hue to the parts, almost like they were chrome plated over yellow, but they really weren't. They were chrome plated over like a gray. But you can see here, I don't know if you can see it real clearly, but that color is kind of reflecting off the chrome. So we'll have to do something to fix that. Here we have side mirror and an interior mirror. Standard, I believe, rally wheels from the Chrysler Corporation. Right. All right. You know what's funny? Is this chair only makes noise when I have the camera on. I can sit in this chair for hours, and it never makes a noise. As soon as I turn the camera on, it starts groaning and grinding or whatever. All right, here's the body. This is the Coke bottle body style. Pretty nice. Pardon the paint. I'm in the middle of building a different kit off camera here. Let's see, it says Charger RT right there. That's pretty cool. Little spot for the spoiler to go on the back. That's nice. Got a little bit of sanding we're going to need to do there. Got the mold line right there. Both sides. So we'll clean that up before we primer it. This looks like it's been dropped. Alright, this I believe, yep, these two little end pieces come off, but the centerpiece stays. That is your hood latch and all that. Alright, the windshield wipers are molded in. Well, that's a slick looking body. I do like that. Put that right there. Actually, I'll do that. Alrighty, next up we have the glass. I see front glass and a rear window. Two little quarter windows for the back, some headlights and side marker lights. And that's it for the glass. Clear glass. This is it. One other. Oh, well, okay. So here is a nice long tail panel glass that goes in there with the bumper, of course. Here the tires are pretty basic. I think you can see them right there. There's 4 of them. They say polyglass on them, which is Goodyear. Nice. Both sides are the same. Those are cool. So here we go, the final bag of parts. I didn't get a parts count, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's pretty sure I checked here. It didn't say it on the box anywhere. Maybe it'll say it in the instructions. Alright. There we go. Empty bag. Here we have a really nice looking hood. And the K-frame, suspension and all that. Stabilizer bar, sway bar. Some pretty long shock absorbers. I'm assuming those are for the back. Wow. Alrighty, then we have some nicely detailed interior door panels that, oh, they have them already on there. These look like dents at first. I thought they were going to have separate pieces that attach to them, but maybe whatever goes there will be separate. Unless that, no, that's actually where the dashboard is going to sit once you put it in the interior. Okay, so nice looking interior. A lot of potential there. Here's the back seat with package tray attached to it. Leaf springs. And here we have the front bench seat that has a center column that should come down, but it doesn't look like it does. Nope. And here's the back of the front seat. Inner wheel pieces, the brake drums for the inner wheels, the steering wheel, kind of simple looking, battery, horns, I think, maybe. No, I don't know what those are, guys. We have 63 and 63A. I'll look that up on the instructions. Here's some coolant lines. Those are cool. That looks like an AC line. Very nice. I like that. And these are the steering spindles. Okay, there's some flashing in there, and these little nibs got to be cut off. But those are the tiny little steering spindles, knuckles, something. Exhaust pipes for under the rear axle. Here is the rear spoiler. Has kind of a texture to it. Alrighty. Here's the front valance and the rear valance. And this is the larger piece that goes on the bottom of the vehicle like that. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. Goes on the bottom of the vehicle like that. That's that piece. And these are the stands, or the things that this sits on. I can't think of the name of them at the moment. And then the leaf spring brackets here. Okay. I'm going to have to pull these out. I forgot what those were, so I'll keep those on the side. Here's the exhaust and mufflers, coolant lines, upper and lower, the rear end, and the drive shaft. And this appears to be the shifter, maybe, or it could be, maybe it could be a steering column. Not positive on that one. 55. So here we go. Here's the full dashboard. Has a parking brake, service brake, and a fuel pedal. Very distinctive looking. Sorry about that. Very nice detail on this particular dashboard. But again, it has that kind of matte texture to it. Interesting. AC condenser, radiator and shroud, oil pan, transmission pan, engine block. No idea what the engine is in there just yet. It is possibly a 440, I'm not sure. Fan belt and pulleys, oil pan, don't know what that is. Heads, valve covers, which look like 440 valve covers. Very nice looking air cleaner, intake manifold, carburetor, upper and lower sections, distributor, ignition coil, alternator. Very cool. Half of something there. Again, another part, I don't know what it is, 17. I'll look, oh, you know what? That may be a water pump. Well, there's the water pump there. So 17 I got to look up. Here's the water pump and timing chain cover, firewall, brake booster, fan, exhaust manifolds, very nicely detailed. That's it on that one. I have to look up part 7. I've got a few parts to look up here, guys. Here's a nice sub frame with a big chunk of sprue on it. We'll definitely need to cut that off carefully, but that's kind of cool. And then the okay, and then the rest of the floor pan in that with another big chunk of sprue on it. I have to cut that off carefully. Some nice detail on the bottom. I do like that. And then separately, I've got what could be another AC line. So that's kind of cool. So low compression, high compression AC lines. Alrighty. So let's get right into the instructions. Decals are in here. You know what? I'll do the decals because they're right here. Here we go, guys. The RT for the hood. Kind of nice. Stripes for the upper body part. These stripes go along here on the top. Well, just like they show on the box. I guess I could have showed you that. Air cleaner decal, some miscellaneous lights and emblems. 440 Magnum, it says it right there, so that confirmation of the engine size. So those are decent looking. I just sprayed some paint in the other room. It's starting to bother my breathing, so I apologize. So alrighty, guys, here we go. Some nice information on the actual car. About time. Of course, this was 20 years ago, right? Whatever I said, 2004. Yeah, 22 years ago. So the engine, oh, a little something there. Engine's a 440, torque flight 3-speed automatic, rally extra heavy duty suspension, upper and lower A-arm with torsion bars, hydraulic servo contact, self-energizing drums front and rear. Interesting. There's the rest of the info there if you care to look at it. This car originally sold for $3,777. Man, if we could only go back. Alright. So, first item up for work here is the engine. And we got some tips on different colors. Aluminum, Chrysler engine red. Okay, and all sides are engine red, not like that other kit where they wanted one half of the block red and the other half black. That was the 69 Dodge Charger that I turned into the General Lee. That's how they wanted that. That's funny. Let's see, fan. Okay, here's 17 is the air compressor. So that's one item out of the way. 15A is the power steering pump. That was another item I couldn't identify. Okay, so that tree is done. And 55 and 63 and 63A. So when we come across those, here's your carburetors, heat riser. That's interesting. Okay. Here's a starter, oil filter, very nice. Okay, step 2 is your chassis assembly. Let me fold this out real quick. Up here is our paint guide of the real cars, your body colors that were offered back in '71. Butterscotch, ooh, that's kind of cool. I'll have to look that one up. Or Citron Yellow, that's a cool one too. Wow, colors were so cool back in the day, guys. Between Dodge and Plymouth, they had all the great colors back in the day. 70, 71. Okay, here's your interior colors. Chassis assembly, doing that, good deal. More of that. Here's number 2 again, continued. Alright, the rear shocks, yep. Oh, there it is, 63 and 363A are the steering column parts. I wouldn't have guessed that for anything. So that's what those two are. Kind of simple on the interior. A little paint will help with that. Okay. Is that all the parts? Nope, one more. I still have part 55 I'm still looking for, guys. Did I pass that? Let me look real quick here. 55. I did not. It does not appear that I missed it yet. Alright. Bring it back over. Here we have the body and the glass and the firewall all going together. Now it looks like the firewall goes into the body. Okay, so pay attention to where that sits so that the body will sit down on the chassis proper. Here it is. 55 is the steering shaft. Okay, so that mystery solved. We can all sleep better tonight. And here we have the AC lines with the dryer, air compressor hose, air hose, heater hoses. And here we have upper radiator hose, wiper motor, very nice. Yep. Good deal. Wing pedestal. Okay, that's what they call those little pieces that hold the spoiler on. That's not what I call them. I can't remember what I call them. And here's the hood going on with your decals, side mirrors, glass bumpers, turn signals, body color, valance, yep, of course. And the other side, this is very nice. Here's putting your decals on, which way they go. I really like this, guys. I hope this kit builds up nicely. I'm looking very forward to doing this one eventually. So, that's it. So, thank you so very much for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you, as we say smoothly. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.